This is the day that the Lord has made. And I will rejoice and be glad in it. How is everybody? Just let me wait for persons to join the live. I'm just here. I promise to walk persons through the situation. Am I under arrest? And he said, yes. Guess I was trying to call you. I see you jumping in there. Of what is happening. What I'm happy about is that the last time a situation like this occurred, I was in a different position, and I was instructed I couldn't speak to the media, I couldn't put videos outside, and so a perception was allowed to be made out there. And I thank God for it, because the Bible tells me in everything I must give God thanks. So I said, Lord, why did this, and why you allow it to happen? Yesterday, yes, I think it was yesterday, my mind is so upside down. I went live. I did not remove the live. The live is there so that everybody could have seen, everybody could have witnessed. I have nothing to lie. And he said he could kill me. When I leave home first, I was recording, and then I said, you know what? I remembered my experience with at that parking lot, and I said, you know what? Let me go live so that I have nothing to hide. I want to say to the general public, I'm no perfect human being, but I believe that I'm genuine enough that even if I do something, I would come on to it and I would apologize. So yesterday, I went live after the incident with the young man, and the young man removing the signs. I want to make it very clear. That in itself didn't take me aback. It was what the young man said and the threat against my life that took me back, that caused me to want to know who is the person. And I want to say that I did that. I had to risk my life, because with the parking lot story, the guy was there. Even when he was threatening me, I was on the phone. I can say these things publicly now. I was on the phone. I pick up the phone. I tried to call 911. I tried to call this body. I was on the phone with Clifton Hickens, who is a senior officer in the Ghana Police Force. Am I on the arrest? The young man was talking, and he could have heard. Yes, he heard what the young man was saying, and in spite of all of that, get all the evidence, the pictures, the video, and everything. Oh yes, I could not have said anything, so I was taken for a ride. This morning, a friend of mine from the opposition said to me that, you could have just get a number plate, but you allow this thing to escalate. Ever kill me? Who sent y'all? Who sent y'all by my house? Who sent y'all? Stop! Who sent y'all? Wait. Who sent y'all by my house? Wait. You shouldn't allow it to escalate. And because it escalates, you put yourself in more trouble. So, on more danger. So I don't know, danger and more danger. What is the difference? So I went to the station yesterday. I reported live to make a report. A report was not taken from me, but an allegation was placed before me. I called a lawyer, and the time that we get the lawyer, it was late to go back this morning. When I went to the station this morning, yesterday, if you notice by evening, the decision, it become a whole political balloon. And so the decision of the political people and the powers be it now the government, the position of the government was already out there. because it was stated out there that I am charged and I am arrested and I am locked up and all of that. It was out there even before today. So I went there. I saw just now on social media, I was charged, but I learned that through Leroy Smith page. The police never told me that I was charged. Am I under arrest? And he said, yes. In fact, what happened, I got there, and when I got there, I really want to thank Nigel from the bottom of my heart. Since I called him, he showed up. He was there before me. He took my statements. He went in to the police and he gave it to them. And he said that they're here. And I said, I'm here to make a complaint. The police invite me at the back. And he said, the allegation is there before you. And I want to read it before your counsel. And there's an allegation that this Dion Young, the PPP councillor, said that I wounded him. Holy. I threatened him. So many things I did to him. Mr. Austin fired several rounds at him. You know, Mr. Austin. Ever kill me? Who sent y'all? Who sent y'all by my house? Who sent y'all? Stop! Who sent y'all? Wait. Who sent y'all by my house? Wait. To shoot, to kill in this big crowd there. I don't know. Nobody didn't get that. And Mr. Austin wounded him also. So both Mr. Austin and I and Mr. Austin shoot him. Holy. Mr. Austin was working with me as a police, as a rural constable. He was carrying a weapon from the Guyana police force. Let me put all these things out there. You know, let us clear the air. He was processed before Mr. Austin worked with me. He was working. He was the driver for the ambassador in Guyana before this government took office. He was the driver for the ambassador. So he came to work highly qualified and recommended. He had absolutely a clean police. I don't give clearance. And if he was not recommended, he was even recommended by the police. Hence, they swore him in. Right? I want to make that clear. So when we got there and they put these charges, the allegations to me, I said, well, the lawyer said I don't have to respond. So we listened. It was there. My lawyer said that he wanted to be recorded, that I was there, and they refused my statement, my report, and for me to make a report. So the officer, before he do that, let he deal with what he's dealing with. And then he was reading in a book. He got a fancy handwriting and asked me to read this thing and so on. So I said, no, I don't understand your handwriting. And he said, the counsel, Mr. Hughes, understand. Mr. Hughes said, no, you read or we will follow. And he was reading, going through there, and he said that when the two prisoners came, the two prisoners gave him two statements and immediately started to refer to me as a prisoner. So counsel objected, and he said, no, when she gave you her statement, you did not even put an allegation to her. So you gave her before she's a prisoner. So I then said, am I under arrest? And he said, yes. So I said, counsel, for learning purposes, if I'm under arrest, I'll show you about this political football. This is something serious. I don't care the opposition. And like I said, those for me are more than against me, would want to put this out there to make it into political football with Broomes. It is a serious, wicked, nasty thing that is happening here. I've been through this before when I was dealing with the women minors, and you could understand when I was held for all sorts of allegations, which I did not. But let me stick to what is going on here now. So after he said that, and counsel objected, he had to scratch his book and he had to make some corrections and so on. And then he put the allegation. He told Mr. Austin how much wrong he fired and all of that. God is so faithful. Two residents from Sophia came at the same time to say what they saw, and they gave statements that nothing like that occurred. And the whole world could look at my life. How could my driver fire several shots? By the time my driver get to the scene, the crowd was already there, and things like that. Then he said he wanted to swap Mr. Austin. And counsel asked him, this man make an allegation. I'm putting this information out there. Did the guy described him? No. Did any image? No. Any spill shell? No. So what is it? You know what I mean? I can't understand. Anyhow, they then put that down. So counsel, they went and they processed me, and then they go and get some charge sheets. I asked them if I am charged. They said, no, this is just the procedure, and they're going to do an investigation. Lo and behold, counsel talked to them. They put me to sign this recognizant and whatever. So when it comes to Mr. Austin, they said I am quoting, we get instruction that Mr. Austin can't leave. He got to stay here. Why? We get instructions. This was ASP saying you had ASP Gordon and you had another special police in a khaki. I can't remember it, an Indian guy, but he came there like they sent him to oversee what is happening there. So was an operation like never before. I am saying it is wicked. It is wicked. And so what is it? They wanted nothing. By the time counsel left, the lawyer came back to him again about swapping. And he said, but my counsel said to me, I don't have to. What is it? Anyhow, they said, well, you got to wait until instruction come from Broomes. Broomes said that the instruction that was given is given to Mr. Wright. Nobody can get on to him. Nobody answering a phone and the roller coaster. Lo and behold, I saw in the news, because Big Smith is a news, and Big Smith reported my address and that Mr. Austin is charged, and I went there with a lawyer and that I am charged and all of that. Bear with me, I was never told up to now, never, that I am charged. And in fact, I want the whole public and the world to know the guy who threatened me made no allegation against me. Listen, he didn't even call in this picture. The person that is saying that I wound them and all this gunshot behind him is Dion Young, the PVP counselor. The guy that threatened me, I said, did he made any allegation? Nothing at all against me. So I asked, what about the report that I made with him threatening me? They said when they're ready to deal with that, because remember there's nothing big. When they're ready to deal with that, they will call me and get on to me. So I am saying to you, and everything that took place went live. It was out there. Right? I got up. I was at that station. I am a law-abiding citizen. I did not break the law. The whole world know I did not wound this guy. I did not threaten this guy or nothing. In fact, if you go to the live, when the guy coming to talk to me, I say, I want to hear nothing from you. You don't tell me nothing. You wicked. You could have come by my house and killed me, and you're telling me that you know me and we went to school together. You understand? This morning when I was talking, the person that spoke to me from the PPP say, yes, but when did it happen to you at your parking lot? What your government to do for you? They're right to say all of that. So I asked. So then it gives the right to come at me. You come at me and you destroy my property. You destroy my property is not why I should have never chased the vehicle. I escalate problem. What took me is when somebody come in here to threaten my life, because it's not the first time. You don't know when you put something out there. It is a day after a new government, then you would hear Broomes. And in spite, everything is out there in the public domain. Everything is out there in the public. You're going to tell me that a man come and said that I wounded him. Yeah? And gunshot, a man go to kill him, my driver go to kill him and all of that. And that is so much facts that you done relating to me as a prisoner. It is wrong. It is it's wickedness. But I want to say, I fear nothing but God. I said before, touch not the Lord anointing, nor do his prophet no harm. I might look easy and simple. I ain't getting judgment from people, from police, from government, from who. But my, I want to say it 100 times. my rights and my judgment from God and the truth will never fail me. And I know that for sure. You understand? People talk about political witch hunting. You could imagine. I ain't do this man nothing, I ain't even make an allegation against this guy. Because the guy didn't hit me. How am I going to make an allegation? I'm not a liar. I didn't go there and said Dion Young did me this and this body. I never said that. Up to this minute, I never did. Never, never did. Never. At that time, I don't even know who is the guy and what had happened. And with the police and if they get any information. When I called James, James said he know nothing. He self reading things in the papers. You understand what I'm saying? It is wickedness. And I want to say to you, you people in the public, don't take this for granted. Because if this with all the truth out there could happen to me, don't feel it being a time with Guyana going in the wrong direction. It is happening to you also. We live the same country and we drive in the same road. I mean, this is so ridiculous. And you see people running with all kind of things, no man with broom shell. Don't fit you. Right? They beat up the boy like some poor boy lies. I was going live. You can't edit that live. I didn't even take it down. You can't edit it. You can't delete it. And so, yes, because I don't corrupt myself. I don't take bribe. I don't nothing. You single Broomes out. Because you know why? We got to deal with you. Like you can put some fear in me. I don't fear, man. I don't. I did nothing wrong. I didn't touch this guy. The guy who threatened me, I ain't even touchy. Somebody in the public going to hit the guy. I said, no, y'all, don't let hand blood go upon your hand. Don't hit them. Leave them. I would put a lash in him, man. And he said he gonna kill me. He was literally going live, and I wanted the police to come and see the area.